Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's layout update. So today is Sunday, July, whatever it is. 4th of July was a couple days ago. Maybe today's the 7th? No, 6th? Maybe the 6th? I don't know. 6th or 7th? I don't know. Don't care. Can't keep track of time. I'm retired. Every day is Saturday to me. So obviously you're looking at some utility poles and stuff like that. These are some cheap Lifelike, Tyco, Atlas, Bachman, I don't even have any idea what some of these are. They're just cheap. That's all I know. These here in the back are Bachman. I'm pretty sure I had a comment about these the other day saying don't waste your time. They're cheap. Get something better, right? So what I did was I took and cut off the armature that goes on top. So they have single armature, and these will line my branch line over by the Hudson coal mines. I painted them. I think they look pretty good. I can't really tell on camera, but I shot them with a light brown, a black, a little bit of green, and I will paint the insulators up here a little bit of green and white. Um, I got to do a little research and see what colors insulators were. I have only ever seen clear, white, and green, but I'm sure there's maybe a brown or something out there too. So I'm gonna mix them up just a little bit, and like I said, they'll go over by the Hudson 1 and Hudson 2 mine on the branch line. These utility poles, they'll get the same treatment. Um, a little bit of green on the insulators, maybe some clear, some white, some other colors, make them kind of look unique. And they'll go on the main line, one of the main lines at some point. And here are the trolley line poles I'll be using on the belt line. I ended up finding a couple of more, so I think I got 8 of them now. I think they look pretty cool. There'll be a couple of places where I string up some wire in between them, probably across the bridge, and a couple other locations where uh, my clumsy self will not like hit it and break everything off and all that. So once again, I'll paint the insulators and this big insulator down here as well. And I'm really excited about putting these in. I think it's really going to kind of sell the effect of it used to be an interurban, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm out here in the train room, obviously, and I have my favorite boy with me. He's my shadow. Stop, sit down, sit down, sit down. Good boy, good boy. And he is literally everywhere I'm at. He goes where I go, and he follows me constantly, and he's everywhere. He just had surgery last week. He's not a happy boy because he is no longer has balls, and I don't like that, but he's calmed down a little bit, and that's just life. That's just the way it goes. He's doing really good. I'm gonna bring Bones out here a little bit, and you guys can see him. You haven't seen him since we first got him. All right, so you're done. I got you. I got you. I got you. Stop. So I had a question or a comment the other day about this bridge. Somebody was very curious about this. Um, this bridge will go in the other room across the river scene. What I'll do is I'll take this down here in just a minute, and I'll go put it in there because I have to adjust my gimbal because I got it on the wrong setting. So let me do that real quick. I'll take this in. I'll show you where it's going to go, and we'll talk about that real quick. And I have a whole lot of stuff. I guess a whole lot of stuff to talk about today. So, but we're going to try to keep it at 20 minutes, 25 minutes at the most, and we'll see. You know I can talk. All right. So this bridge is a MTH Rail King O scale bridge. It's a single track bridge that I don't know, I probably bought this 12, 13 years ago. As you can see, I've added a lot of cross members in there, a lot of bracing. Some of them probably should be bigger. Some of them I could probably done better, but I double tracked it, ballasted the track, and this is the future home of this bridge. Now, what do I have set up so far? I just have some generic piers that I made out of 1x6s and cut them down and painted them. This is just 1x4s, and the middle section is just a doubled up 1x4. This is just temporary because when I go to put this bridge in, the main bridge, the new bridge, Each side of the bridge, there will be a concrete arch bridge. Now, there's a guy up in Huntington, West Virginia that 3D prints the bridge that I want, and or the viaduct or whatever you want to call it. And I just have to modify it to put the Rail King bridge on each end of it. But that's the plan. And then roughly you can see the, I guess, the ground down here. This is about the length of the section of the concrete arch bridge. And this part here will be fill and the transition to the other side. Same thing on this side. And then the top of the deck, we'll get a couple of number 6s that cross over. So when you come down to Allegheny Midland, which is the track on the right in the middle of the screen, you can come down to Main Line, which is track 1 over here, and then cross over to track 2. And then track 2 will go to the yard and the yard lead. Main 1, of course, will take you down and parallel the Pensy Main and go around the layout. So let's go for a little walk. Now, if I stop too fast, Gatsby will just straight run into me, so I have to go really slow here. So if you're new to the channel, my birthday was a couple weeks ago. One of my clients at the gym and my friend as well, he bought me these 2 exact rail cars. My friend Tony Nobles, who is an absolute master car weatherer, he's going to weather these cars up for me. They're not in my era, but they're going to look absolutely incredible behind a couple of SD70s and photos and stuff like that. And I'm looking forward to getting those. So once again, Chris, thank you very much. I appreciate you. These are some cars I got at the Emporium in beautiful Thomasville. I haven't put these together yet, but it's in the works. I'm getting there. It's been really hot out here, and I've been really working on a bunch of other stuff. So some of the simpler projects have been put on hold as I'm doing a lot of scenery work right now over by Hudson 2 and the big curves and all that stuff. And you're going to like it. I will show you that here in just a second. Once again, I still got these beautiful wood kits laying around. I keep trying to figure out how to incorporate them into my layout. Somebody made mention that I could take a router and router out the foam and set this down in there with the Hamasote and have it sit flush. And that's a pretty decent idea. I just don't think some of this ground part of the scene will work with what I want to do. And I don't know. I'm still debating. I might be able to talk Joe into a good deal on a couple of things, but they are for sale. These are beautiful kits. My friend Joe, he goes to a lot of shows around here and stuff like that. He would much rather sell them to somebody than take them to a bunch of shows and they get broke. But these are beautiful. If you're interested in any of these, send me an email at HO Scale Model Trains 2022 and then drop me a comment telling me that you sent me an email because I don't check that account very often. Stop. I'm trying to walk. So I meant to get this done before this video was shot, but I did not. If you look right here, there's a little line. And what I was going to do was paint that a concrete type color that would match that abutment. Hang on. That would match that abutment and give the illusion that the entire abutment was there. But I got busy doing some other stuff, and that just did not happen. So come back next week and check out that to see how it works. I think I got this last area of green figured out what I'm going to do. And this will get painted this week. And believe it or not, I'm going to start working on assembling the Kit Bash AHM freight house over there. So you've probably seen it in pieces in the background of the photo when I was talking about the power poles and all that stuff. Stop, get out of the way. And just keep coming back. I'm working on that again. I'm starting to get a little motivated to do some kits and some models again. Stop. And I can't even walk. He's like pushing me, you know. Okay, so the little space right there in the middle of the screen, I'm going to fill that back in. I got the foam down here. That was going to be an on-ramp, off-ramp, but I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to rebuild this entire section from here on back and just make it solid. Will you stop? You're about to go in the other room. The on-off ramp is going to go in there. I've already got that cut. I just got to put it in and put the road down and everything. So This is a little bypass that goes through Apple Creek, and I really like this scene. This is really cool watching trains come through there. You got the belt line in the foreground, and you got the Allegheny Midland and the Pincy in the background there. Looks pretty sweet. This is McClellan Avenue. I'm a big fan of the Virginian and Ohio, and the Allegheny Midland as well. I'm gonna tell you something. That is okay. Now get now. You about to piss me off. Go lay down. All right, so you got that Allegheny Midland symbol right there. You will not find that anywhere ever. And I'm going to tell you why. Tony Custer had these made up years ago, but he didn't use these decals on any rolling stock or locomotives or cars or anything, but they're on the decal sheet. Now, a couple years ago, Tony sent me decals for Christmas, and that's one of them, and I thought that was fitting as part of the Appalachian lines to go along with the V&O Herald on McClellan Avenue. So I really like that. That's really cool. Matter of fact, I have some photos that Tony sent me at 12:30 in the morning that he would like me to work on. And if you're going to any of his lectures in the Midwest, I think he's going to St. Louis, but he didn't say St. Louis, but I think he's going there. But if you see some of the photos of his O-gauge, I think it's Proto 48 model railroad that he's going to show, you will see some photos with a sky background, and yours truly did that. So I'm going to work on those for him today. And there he goes. He lays down right in front of me. Goodness. Now here's a little dilemma that I've been trying to figure out that I need your help with. So this scene right here is literally just a creek, and this is supposed to be like runoff from like a mountain or hillside or something like that. And I was gonna put rocks and stuff up here and have them like on each side to kind of hide the tracks in the background, but I don't think that's going to work. So I come up with a different plan, and I'm either going to use this bridge girder or whatever. Yeah, that's a bridge girder, and just try to hide the abutments and not have any abutments there, and then have trees on both sides and underneath a little bit and try to detail it. Or I was thinking about doing this tunnel portal, cut it down, and just try to make it look like water runoff, and they had to do something else to it. So which do you think would look better? Tunnel portal cut down and camouflage to just look like a what am I thinking, like a culvert, like a giant culvert, or just go ahead and just put a bridge back there and leave it at that. So let me know what you think. So my wife, who never gives me a compliment, gave me a compliment last night. So what I was doing last night was I was in the kitchen, and I took these big chunks of I guess it's like not mortar, grout. It's grout that I had extra when I was doing some tile work, and I put them in the forms, and I brought them out, and that's how they looked. Well, this is one that I painted last night. Now, it's a lot darker than what I wanted, and you'll see another one here in a minute when we get to the other side. And I was going to put this up on each side and try to do something with it, but it looks good. I may end up putting this someplace else, but I'm going to put some more gray to it and see what I can do with it, make it look better. But this is a lesson for everybody that if you're not happy with the outcome of a project, keep working on it. Don't throw it away. Don't say the hell with it. Just keep thinking about it and keep trying to make it better. Now, the compliment my wife gave me last night was, she goes, babe, you're very artistic. I don't know how you do some of these things. You're really good at it. Oh my God. I wrote it down on the calendar. First compliment I got on her from her in years. I mean, absolute years. I'm telling you, she does not pay me very many compliments because she says they go to my head, and then my head swells up and I get overconfident. I get cocky and all this stuff, which I don't need a compliment to be cocky. I'm like that anyway. All right, so here's another little section that I did some scenery to. Just a piece of foam cut at an angle. This is some scrap. All this does is just hide the track in the background. And I haven't even got to the point to cut the glue off. That's all Gorilla Glue. And then I'll cut that off and then trim that up a little bit. And then this whole brown area in the front will get good scenery treatment and all that. So I think I'm going to take this little area in the back here. I'm going to put some foam back there. I'm not happy with that piece. So I'll probably flatten that out, and that way there I can put some trees back there. I think it'll blend a lot better with the background, and I still need to put another coat on that green, but I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be fine. So working over here, still doing a lot of work to this area. This is the area of focus right now. And what do we got there? We got double stack foam with a bright green piece right there. So I left this this way so I can show you what I'm doing right now. And I'm pretty sure my pointer is on the other side, but I've been using my hand all this time. You know I don't like it. So I kind of made a mistake, but I'm gonna show you on the other side how I fixed it and how it's gonna look. And I think you're gonna be impressed. So all this is a piece of foam stacked on top of this piece of foam. This can come off. This is the layout down here. On the other side, this is cut at an angle, and this is a fill. Now, the trees don't look all that good right there. They're just stuck there temporary because it's like proof of concept. I'm gonna show you something on the other side that I think you're gonna like. Now, all this side here, from here over, this is all glued together. It's all painted. I did not do any scenery on the top yet because when I glue this to the layout, I want to put weights up there, and I got a little ahead of myself on this side, but it won't make a difference. It's going to be trees everywhere. But you know, sometimes when you're in the process of doing things, you get a little over anxious, and sometimes you do things out of order, and then it kind of messes you up, and you got to compensate and fix that. But we'll go to the other side here, and I will show you what's going on now. I'm going to turn this off real quick and go find my control. I got a train to run around for you. I think you guys would be happy seeing it. Now, I'm really liking the way this scene's coming out. Hey, what we got there? All right, so this is from the opposite side of the layout from where we're just at. You see I got the big crack right there in the middle between the two sections, right in the middle of the screen. When both sides are glued in place, that will be filled in, and you won't even see that. I'll use some caulk, some paint, little dirt, regular scenery type material, and it'll hide that and camouflage that up pretty good. Now, when you stand back here, you lower down just a little bit. I'm going to use darker trees up there, but I think those darker trees will blend in nicely with that backdrop painted up on the wall. Even though that's very generic looking, I think it will look pretty good in the long run and just kind of give you that effect of where you're at. Kind of feels like you're down in the hills. Now, my pointer is not over here, so back to my fingers. So you see this seam down the middle? I should have, I applied scenery separately to the top half and the bottom half, and then I glued them together. And I realized that that was not the way to do it. And as soon as I started doing it, I'm like, this probably is not going to work out too well. And I was correct. It did not. But it will end up looking like this right here on the right-hand side. I did these at the same time, and they look really good. So this will eventually look like the right side, but right now you can see the difference, and it's just not quite right. Come on, Gimbal, what are you doing? What are you doing, Gimbal? Holy crap, doing what it wants to do. Electronics. All right, took out a couple of trees right there, put a couple of down trees in this area. I really like the way it looks when trains come through this area, so I opened it back up a little bit, and I really love this scene. Now, in the next week or so, I'll be applying ballast to the double track main line, probably all the way to, I think right back in here I got ballast, so I'll probably end up ballasting all of this all the way to maybe the beginning of the crossover there, because I still got to put in the motorized switch controls, whatever they're called, and that way there I can hit a button and throw the two turnouts. So, and then I'll do that. I'll apply ballast there afterwards. Goodness, I'm trying to look at the screen and I'm having trouble concentrating and looking at everything, because I'm gonna tell you something. I really like the way this looks on camera, and I'm trying to look at the camera and see what you're seeing instead of looking over the camera at everything. And I'm really impressed with how this scene is turning out. I can envision something in my mind, but until you see it, in front of you for real, it just sometimes it's all that is just your imagination. But I like this. I'm really liking this. Really like this. That cheap ass depot I put together in 2 minutes and painted in a half a day. Love the way it looks. Now these Rapido H1644s are awesome. I love them. Current keepers are already installed. They sound great. They run great. They pull great. The only thing about them that I don't like so far, and the only inaccuracy that I can find, is right here under the coupler. There should be a cow catcher type of steel plate that that is missing. And just by coincidence, I have a couple sitting in my parts bin. So I think I got 4. So I will figure out a way to modify these a little bit, make them a little bit more accurate. But they are probably 95, 96% accurate already. So well done, Rapido. I'm not quite to the point to say it's worth the wait, because I waited 4.5 years. Matter of fact, December 14th, 2020 is when I ordered them. And 4 years, 6 months, 2 weeks, and 1 day is an awful long time to wait between a pre-order and delivery of an item. But keep coming back. I might say they're worth it, at some point, but I'm not quite there yet. But they are incredible models. I'm not getting paid to say anything about them being incredible models. Actually, I've been talking smack about Rapido for quite some time because I haven't been happy about this weight. Now, let's talk about some other cool stuff over here. Hope I got good lighting. So I got an Atlas Type G double head signal here at the turnout. And this is the junction for the Hudson branch. I got 2 signals, single head signals pointing the opposite direction. Now, maybe the one in the middle coming off the branch, you could technically say it should have a double head because you're leaving the main line diverging into another route, but we're not going to play that game. It's just going to be a single head signal, and you'll get a either an approach or a clear when you're bringing your train through here, depending on the signal up there at AC Tower. Now, if AC Tower has a red signal, then you'll come off that branch with an approach. Oh, I'm ducking under. Get some better light over here. And you see I've done a little scenery to this section here. This was all brown, and the one back here, I just touched up a little bit and just kind of give you an idea of how this is going to look from this angle. Now, eventually, everything painted green here will look like that side that's got scenery on it there on the left, and I'm liking it. I like it a lot. Now, just like the other piece of rock that I showed you over at the little creek scene, or the runoff scene, I did this one a different color, and I'm not overly happy with it either. It's not quite granite looking enough for me. I think it needs more gray. It turned out pretty good, but it still needs more gray because I want it to match my rocks. Now, the rocks that I have are these. Pretty close, but not quite there, just a little too dark. So I'm going to lighten it up a little bit over the next couple of days with some paints. I really don't know how to paint it and describe it to you while I'm working on it, so you're just going to have to see the results as they're finished. It looks like I'm having problems focusing today. But everything is starting to look pretty good. You can see I put some bushes and stuff down at the base here where this will be sitting. And you can see what the rock looked like above it. So huge difference and I think it's looking pretty good. I know I say that a lot, but I'm my own worst critic. If I don't think it looks good, you're probably not going to see it, and I have to be happy with it before I film it. And that's just the way that I am. Just one of them things. Okay, Wilson Stop Model sent me this building as part of another kit. The kit is kind of out of my era. It's an aggregate type of facility, you know, like rock quarry-ish. But I like this building, so I'm going to take this building apart. I'm going to work on it, put some windows in it, paint it up, and it's going to be part of my Powerhouse scene. So this is going to be the portion of the, I guess, the office building that controls whether they're using oil or coal to either start the boiler or run the boilers. This white foam here is approximately the footprint of the Powerhouse, which is a Walters kit that I have 2 of them. And I have a substation to put in also, but I'm not quite sure where that's going to be. I had originally planned it to be in this space back here, but I'm not sure if it's going to fit. I'm sure I could probably do whatever I want with it, but just to make sure that it'll fit, I'll take it apart and play with it a little bit and check it out. Like my water scene here. For those of you that are new, all this banking on both sides, that's all paint work. That is just on top of the plaster cloth that I laid down. So you can do a lot with some paint, and it just takes practice. I used to be quite the artist when I was a kid, and some of it's coming back to me and some of it's not. All right, you need to focus. I'm about tired of this crap. All right, so I think that's about all I got. I think we're about 25, maybe 30 minutes. I appreciate everybody watching. The channel is blowing up. We hit a couple of milestones this week. 6,600 views in 1 week. I've been putting out a ton of videos, and that's probably why. I got some Twilight of Steam videos. There's 3 of them. The episode 3 is, I don't know, I don't think it's that good, but it's still Steam Locomotive, so I mean, give it a watch. It's all about the Conway Scenic Railway and another tourist line from like 60s and 70s. So it's an 080, an 060 and a 280 up there running around doing what they do with those. And, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it's not as good as the second one. You know, Twilight of Steam 2, it had some N&W stuff in there and, you know, some more popular Steam roads and stuff like that. So I got a ton of those type of videos that are about to be posted. So keep coming back. Subscribership is you know, back to normal, you know, 4 or 5 people a day. I think I'm at 2,330 something, pushing 2,350. Let's just say that. And I'm really thrilled. I hope everybody likes my videos. Please leave comments, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so. I still got about 70% of my views come from unsubscribed people. Subscribing to the channel is free. Doesn't cost you a dime. And what it does for me is just changes the algorithm a little bit, and you know, your views help, the thumbs up helps, all that stuff's about the algorithm. My videos are all over the place. I got a video from 2 weeks ago that's got like, I don't know, 2,500, 2,600 views, and then the last layout update has like 870. I don't know, but sometimes they blow up and do great. Sometimes they don't. I posted a kind of a funny video of me at the gym the other day. I got 1,000 views in about 6 hours and then just died. That's pretty funny though. I'm all dressed up in my red, white, and blue on the 4th of July doing some shrugs, some heavy shrugs. And I was quite the sight when I walked into the gym. Everybody laughed. I like making people laugh and make people happy. So that made me happy to make them happy, and hope they enjoyed my my carefree nature, I guess. Me being a fool. Like I said, I'm kind of a clown sometimes, and everything is good in life. So like, subscribe, comment, come back next week, see what I talk about next. Thank you for watching.